The last phrase is, he knows he cannot continue doing this forever. Eventually, he's going to have to tell his wife what happened. Let's take this bit. So he knows that he cannot continue, right? Sabe que no puede. Now, continue doing, what you hear a lot for continue is the verb seguir, like this. And we covered this in the ing module. So seguir haciendo for doing. Here we have our ing with seguir. And then the word for this would be esto. This is neutral because we're not saying este, we're not saying esta, we're saying esto because we're not referring to any masculine or feminine thing, right? In this sentence, it's just a general situation. So for this, you would put in esto, and then forever would be por siempre. Remember that we use por for durations of time, and forever is a duration of time. So, por siempre. Now, eventually, eventualmente, like this, he's going to have to. So, take all this, va tener que. Now, be careful here. Tell his wife. Here we have the verb decir, and it would be decirle. Decirle a su esposa. Here we have the redundant le coming up again. So, eventualmente va a tener que decirle, to tell to her, to his wife. Isn't that crazy in English? But it is correct Spanish. Get rid of this. We have what happened be ¿qué pasó? Like that. So we have sabe que no puede seguir haciendo esto por siempre. Eventualmente va a tener que decirle a su esposa qué pasó. Alright, so final thoughts on this first translation. This is a high level of Spanish that we're aiming for. I mean, we're taking something that sounds absolutely natural in everyday conversation in English, and we're putting it into Spanish that, again, sounds absolutely natural. Now, you could afford to make a lot of mistakes here and still be perfectly understood, but what I'm giving you is just the absolute natural way that you would express it as a native speaker in Spanish. This is kind of the level that we're aiming for, or at least should be aiming for, because even if we get a little bit below that, we're still doing pretty good. I'm sure all of us would be quite happy to be able to speak Spanish in this everyday way to this standard. So we're already here, but we just need to get used to it, and we need to keep doing translations, keep making contact with the language. It's very important as well, these little words, such as we had for, I remember, instead and en su lugar. These little words are really helpful to your Spanish. They save you a lot of umming and ahhing. Okay, they help to not break the line so that you can continue with whatever it is that you're saying. And as we work our way through more of these translations, you'll see that you start to learn more and more and more of those helpful little words. So I know for some of you, this is actually quite an intimidating level of Spanish, but what I'm trying to prove to you is that you do actually have the power to be able to speak at this level. It's just that you need to get used to it. You know, you need to step up to the plate, up to the standard, and to try to start demanding that of yourself. And when you do that, you'll find that eventually you'll get there, but it will take some time. Plus, you have the benefit of knowing that if you are able to work your way through these types of things, then you're going to have absolutely no problems saying the more simple type of things, which is certainly enough to get you by on easy conversations you'll have, or even on holiday, things like that. So what we have here is an excellent level of Spanish, and you'll see as we go through the translations more and more how much power we really have to express these types of things now.